Today is June 24th, and it has been an interesting day. So it all started out like a normal Sunday. Like I woke up, ready to go to church. We come home, and I did some of my German homework, so that's good. I worked on that for a little bit. And then we hung out with my mom's friend, Miss April, for a little bit at her swimming pool, and then she came back to our house, and we had dinner together and everything. And then she went home, like it's kind of late, it's like maybe 8 o'clock I think, and then we're just sitting on the couch and the blinds are open in the living room and the skies turn yellow. It was the weirdest thing. I get so excited about these things because I really enjoy storms, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And you hear thunder, and I was like, it's just been, it's summer, it's been doing this for the past week now, really. It just thundering at night and stuff, so I didn't think anything of it. And then you hear a boom. It literally scared all of us so bad. So I opened the front door, and you look, and I was just so amazed. I took a video of it that I'm gonna put, but I opened the front door, and you could barely see the end of the driveway. Nobody could. Everybody was talking about you can barely see the street. It was nuts. It was so freaking cool. I was so excited. So that happened, and then we turned all the lights off, and we were looking at the lightning and everything. I was taking videos of the lightning because I find it really interesting. And then and this was downstairs, and then I was like, I can get better stuff upstairs. So I came upstairs, and I was like, shoot, because my room's up here, and I have a view of everything from my room. So I looked down at my neighbor's house though, and I was like, what is that? That looks so weird. I didn't know what it was that was down there, because they usually, where I saw this thing, they always have their white truck parked right there. So I was like, that's not normal. What? And I made my mom. I was like, Mom, what is that? And she looked closer. She was like, I don't know. She was like, wait a minute, that's a branch. I was like, that's a branch. So then I was worried, because I was like, well, what if this, because we couldn't see anything. It was covering the whole front part of the truck. I was like, well, should we go over there? Because the rain had finally let up, and I was like, should we go over there then? Because what if it rains again, and there's a hole in the windshield or something? Then we could cover it up before it starts raining again, before the truck gets more water, gets more damaged, if it is already damaged or whatever. So we go over there, and it's really not that bad. I mean, the big part of the branch is in the yard, and then the majority of it, twigs and leaves and everything, is on the truck. But it wasn't super bad, so they pulled the truck out first, and then the giant branch was still there. So my dad hooked up some rope onto the big part of the branch, and then he put it on his tailgate, and he just drug it onto their yard. So that happened, and then we went, and they were like, well, might as well just check out the rest of the neighborhood since the rain has let up. So we went down the street, and I feel bad because this guy has always taken such great care of his yard. But I was like, whoa, that's cool. I don't know. I just like to see what happens to stuff. But this guy, his whole tree came down. The roots came out, and it was just laying across his yard, and it was elegant. I don't know how to explain it. It was an elegant sleigh, but it's gonna cost $1,000 to get that chopped up and shipped away. It was a nice looking tree though. I feel bad. He had a nice tree. It looked like a good shade tree, so that's not anymore. And then we went around the neighborhood some more, and there was plenty of cars that had branches that were laying on top of them and stuff. We can't move those because they were, we don't know the people, so we can't just take it off their car. But we went to the neighbors, and they were fine with us taking it off their car and everything. But other people, they had branches on their cars that we couldn't take off, because that's their problem, that they have to save in the morning, when they can take good pictures of their cars to send to their insurance companies. There was one that's right next to my friend's house. They have a van and they parked right under the tree, and that tree had missed the car by like this much, and the tree was like this big around, and it missed the car by this much. They were so lucky. And we found this guy that was actually from the city, and he was driving around looking to see if he could take stuff out of the road and like help and take pictures and send addresses to the cities of the houses that need the most help. And we stopped and talked with him for a little bit, and he was saying how we couldn't find it. We drove around to look for this house that he was talking about. We couldn't find it. But he was saying there was one house who had a shed in their backyard that actually flew over the house and landed in their neighbor's front yard, and also it broke one of their privacy fences. So that's crazy. And there was plenty of other like stuff that like big branches that were in the road that we drove out of the way because they weren't like harming anybody's thing, that wouldn't bother any insurance companies or whatever. There was one not too far from my house also, and it came off of somebody's yard and somebody else's came off of their yard, and it blocked the entire road. I also have a video of that, and that's crazy. And we were gonna help get it out of the way, but then it just started downpouring, and the guy was like, it's okay, like you don't have to stay here, like the city's coming, blah blah blah. And it's not like it shut off a one-way street, like the people can just turn around and go back out the other direction of the neighborhood, so that wasn't hurting anything. So that was an interesting day. I feel like I definitely helped people. Like everybody was like, oh, thank you so much for telling me about my car. So oh my god, that scared me so bad. Oh my goodness. What? Did you hear that sizzle just now? I got that on video. This is wild. Oh. Are we having a hurricane?
No, it's just thunderstorms.
This is wild. It's like yellow outside because it's cool to look at. That's why the lights are up.
Get my computer 3 weeks ago.
It's working. I got it.
Oh my
Closest
God.
was
That was so cool.
I was at the left turn lane, and
Whoa.
the lightning struck. What was it? At the Barnes and Noble.
Why are you driving? I'm going your home.
He's grounded.
No talking like right now.
At the Barnes and Noble,
Yeah.
and it was so like powerful, whatever, that the street lights actually were flashing.
Whoa.
And they had to tweak them on that for those weird.
Wow.
Oh.
I took a minute before we rebooted. Scared Mike senseless.
Jesus. What direction is she pointing? So I know where I can point. Here, mommy, I'll point over here. Oh, I'll point over here and you point towards the Wasners. Okay?
I'm going straight ahead, honey.
Oh. Ah.
Whoa.
Why is it landing? The cat knocked the thing down. Chewie, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna.
Are you kidding me?
I got it. I got it.
I literally just.
But I got it. It's okay. And I moved the window so you can see it better too.
So I was trying to keep 2-minute intervals.
Mm-hmm. Mine's at like 6 minutes right now. That's so funny. Oh!
You got that?
Yes. gotta go. Oh my gosh. Bro, I can't wait to go to Germany because they have some cool storms too. Oh, I gotta show you this last one. Maybe you can see it. You can kind of see it now with the flash on. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna tell my.
Let's not draw
So,
any more attention
if
to
you
us up
look,
here.
you can't really see it, but the neighbor's car has a branch on it. Like, all. Where's my finger? All right here.
Behind the
That
Carter
little white
sign.
is the white truck, and like from where'd my finger go? From here to here, it's like a giant branch that's on top of the truck. Okay, I walked up to the thing because it stopped raining. It's freaking huge, and there's another one too. Ugh. Okay, this one's blocking the entire street. The entire street is blocked off from this one branch. This is ridiculous. So tiny.
Isn't he?
Why can I not zoom in anymore? Oh.